Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another stream. It's time for us to get a move on. All right. Now, Point of No Return, Chapter 4 DLC bookmark. Hopefully, simply by loading from here, we should get access to it. All right. Lex Imperialis on. Excellent. One sec. Let's just boost that a bit. Okay. All right. Our Captain, we've received a transmission from the Adeptus Arbites base of operations on Dargonus. Proctor Solomon Anthar is invoking a pact made with her ladyship Theodora, and asks for an audience. How are we to respond? What business did Theodora conduct with the Adeptus Arbites? Unfortunately, Lady Theodora seldom shares any details of this sort with her crew, though I do know that she met with an Arbites frequently. Very well. I shall meet with them. I will send word to Chancellor Wissarion about arranging a meeting with the Arbites delegation. Dargonus. Oh, God. Where was Dargonus? Ah, Mundus Valentius. Got it. Okay. Oh! Janus Colony event requires the Lord Captain's attention. Okay. Janus, what's up? Oh, okay. The Lord's Captain's presence will be required. Okay. Alright, Janice. Sus. Let us visit Janice. How do I do this? Ah, yes. Alarming news from Janice. The webway gate has opened, bringing forth a wave of Xenos. Alright. Send diplomats. The diplomats send up prisoners of the Decry Raiders that... Oh. Well, damn it. Is there anything I can do here? Can I put anything more? Ooh, Xenos and... Nah. I tried. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was very silly of me. Always. Wasn't even thinking about that. It's like, oh, the webway portal is open. What? Very well. Oops. Luckily, I created a warp path all the way to Kiva Gamma. Whee! A troop of well-armed people has landed in the colony and started plundering, acting like they are in charge. Reports suggest that these pirate cutthroats are privateers, the likes of whom flock towards the banner of Caligo's Winterscale, seeking his favor. The wardens drenched the outsiders in their own blood and chased them away. And I had to be here for that? The Sacrament of Light. Holy ammunition. Oh. Well, okay, hang on just a second. Foulstone. Do we have the ability to do holy ammunition? Reputation with the Druisians. I don't have enough reputation for that, so yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, we did our jobs. Let's head on out. Mundus. Oh, gotta go here first. Man, I need to get some extra, points. So that I can just... There we go. To the rocky world. I have 76 people. Wait. Let's bring Ulfa. Oh, pardon me. Alright, what's going on? Why is it so warm in my room right now? Oh, the temperature's just slowly increase. Okay, I get it. Press any key. And here we go. Okay, so what can we do now? 3 ranks available. Okay. I was... Oh no, okay, so we've got And you know what? I need to look up a build guide. So, because I'm just, like, that silly. Your Lordship, Clementia looks away from her data slate. I hope your stay in Argonos will be beneficial to your physical and mental state. I understand that the heir to a protectorate must have his hands full, but one shouldn't forget about rest. I am ready to receive the Albites delegations. I'll have the audience arranged immediately, Your Lordship. Excellent.
Proctor Exactant, Solomon Anthar, I greet you on behalf of the Adeptus Arbites.
Okay.
Thank you for responding to my request, Rogue Trader. I am here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help. We are in pursuit of a tithe thief. We must board the thief ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
Greetings, Proctor. You did the right thing in coming to me.
I hear the words of the true heir of Lady Theodora, and the promise of swift retribution against heretics.
Ah. What was it that was stolen from my domain?
From Rycat Minoris. The tithe ship departed shortly before the world fell, and has not been in contact since. Our investigation revealed that the ship was plundered and destroyed. I already know the name and approximate location of the culprit.
Oh. Alright, what was the nature of the arrangement between the Arbites and Theodora?
Your predecessor made a formal alliance with us. She provided us with a headquarters on Dargonis, and supported us in the collection and guarding of the Imperial tithe on several occasions. We, in turn, assisted Lady Theodora in enforcing the law on the worlds under her control.
Ah. What does the stolen tithe entail?
Resources that every world is under obligation to relinquish for the good of the Imperium. In the case of Rycat Minoris, they include the ceramited explosive reagents produced on Rykadi Philia, armor glass, medical supplies, and guardsmen, a living tithe to be recruited into the regiments of the Astra Militarum. Cargo like that is particularly dangerous in the hands of heretics, as it can be easily converted into wealth or used for military purposes.
Interesting. Alright, I will help the Adeptus Arbites. What is the plan?
I suggest we move to a more private location, where we can provide you with the case files.
Excellent.
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Nellius. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's augurs when we enter the system.
Okay.
The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Our BT strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
Any tactical recommendations for the assault?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter and not let them kill us. Sargona must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that. There is one other thing.
Do continue.
The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT1, and I will be DX1. I also request you use RBT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking, and will allow us to catch our target unawares. Here is a short list.
Study the data slate. There are 24 basic commands, from head nods to a combination of hand gestures, everything you need to quickly and efficiently communicate enemy position and numbers, even coordinate joint attacks. Excellent. Alright. You have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
I'd like to know more about the thief.
The
Oops.
task is the following call signs.
You have a deal.
Good. Do you? Stein, transfer the latest data. Bryce, hologram. This one has the complete file.
Give me a rundown on Sargona.
He is a former privateer and a fugitive psyker.
Ooh.
At one time, he was involved in the cold trade and the supply of Xenos mercenaries, but his pirate habits got the better of him, and he started robbing his associates. Now, even among the criminal rabble, he is known as a nasty piece of work. Something of an achievement, you will agree. Sargona is cunning, cruel, and unpredictable.
Yeah, excellent. Study the file. Sentence. Guido Sargona, homeworld unknown. Specialty, psyker, specialty pyromancy. Formerly sanctioned, abandoned his post on a privateer ship and joined pirates. Confirmed link. Casbalica, Xenos, alleged heretic cults. Also implicated in 15 attacks on trading vessels. Status, alive. Study of the hologram. The image quality leaves something to be desired, but you can make out the criminal's fit of ornaments and sumptuous clothing. There is something haughty, almost maniacal in his bearing, like tyrants who sooner or later proclaim themselves as gods. How are you so well informed?
Shortly after the fall of Rakadmanoris, I questioned the Liege of Footfall. He supplied me with exhaustive information about Sargona and his ship, and gave the arbitrators full access to the docks. I suspect Takara's compliance stems from some bad blood between him and Sargona. Scum eating scum. Nothing new there.
That will do.
As you wish.
Alright, I have no more questions. Board the flagship and await my command.
Acknowledged. Sargona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Excellent. Curiosity merchant. Oh, hang on. What's this? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lucerius Carmillon, a collector of curiosities. Perhaps your lordship will find useful among my... Oh, okay. What kind of curiosities do you sell? Equipment for noble cyber assistance, of course. The demand is modest, as few in the Imperium can afford such a luxury. But I'm glad to have found my calling. Judging by his expensive attire and ostentatious augmetics, Lucerius' wealth is unlikely to stem directly from his curiosity business. He came here following his heart, it seems, not greed. Alright. I am a rogue trader, and I seek the rarest of curiosities. Do you have anything of the sort? My collection will offer you the biggest and broadest choices in all the expanse. However, even a devoted enthusiast like myself has his limits. There's a certain captain who owns a unique protocol, a family heirloom, which he has refused to sell me. His ship is called the Renegade's Fall. Perhaps you can chart a path to locate his hoarded treasure. I will send you the coordinates of the place where we last met. Alright, let's see what we have here. The Curios Merchant. Oh, Synergy, Intimate Shield, Death Grip, Familiar Maintenance, Station Up... Oh, okay. That's cool. To the Void Ship Bridge, boys and girls. Mundus Nullius. Excellent. Let's warp it. Visit. Okay. Oh, wait, Ice World? Hello. Oh, I've been here already. Never mind. Let's do this. Let's see if I remember how to do space combat. God, it's been a... How long has it been since my last Rogue Trader? Lord Captain, the Archer crew has spotted a fleet dead ahead. The drive signature of the enemy flagship matches that of the Heartless. The escort ships are sticking to it like flies to grok shit. Anyway, what are your orders? Give me a tactical report on the enemy. The enemy's frigate is heavily armored and boasts a fighter launch bay which for sure won't be empty. As long as the escorts are around to defend it, trying to board the vessel would be a death sentence. My advice is to take them out first and attack the Heartless itself. Once the frigate is damaged, we can close in and board it. That's a very interesting recommendation. Thank you. Should I contact them? Nah. We don't negotiate with pirates. Says the man who, you know, has Jade on his crew. Man, I actually need to... I should probably start a brand new playthrough, though. I tell you that much. Alright, let's attack. That'd be a toughie, though, because realistically, the only reason I'd start a brand new playthrough is if I was going to do a new romance route, because otherwise I can just continue replaying from this area. And basically, the only romance route I'd play in this game would be Shai Hidari. Huh? What is this? Cobra class destroyer? Well, goodbye. I'm sitting here wondering why I'm so damn effective, and then I realize, oh wait, yeah, that's right. I kind of am playing with an end game tier ship here, an end game equipped ship. So wait, I'm pretty sure I have a hangar. I'm pretty sure I have a hangar. 1 second. Ship management. Not available. Okay. I could have sworn I had a hangar, but alright. Okay, that was unexpected.
This one's going down.
Hit him with the dorsal as well.
Leave their hull strewn across the stars.
Nice. Not a bad way to get back into it, but like I said, Lord Captain, the boarding teams are raring to go. The Heartless's Gellerfield generators cooked, so no warp driving for them now. And we've set off fireworks in their primary drive too. The rust bucket isn't going anywhere. We can begin the assault on the ship right away, but experience tells me this will go a lot smoother if we deliver just a couple more precise strikes. How about we flatten a few heretics between the bulkheads to make fighting easier for you, Lord Captain? Your Lordship, I must remind you that the Heartless has been promised to you as spoils. Every new blow on the ship would also be a blow in the Dynasty's treasury. Prepare to board. Solomorn, are your people ready? Ready and waiting. I'll see you on the upper deck of the Heartless, Rogue Trader. Ooh, who do I want to bring with me? Yeah, Cabela's fine. I will have to level up at some point. But keep in mind, like, this is all still, what, Chapter 2? Act 2? So, you know, war crimes are
Fox down your throat next time. Yes, this area is clear.
That's a bitchin' entrance. With the sparse movements, Solomon attracts your attention. I will lead Delta Xi squad along the lower deck. We'll distract the enemy and draw fire on ourselves. Your squad, call sign Rho Theta, Rogue Trader, will proceed along the upper deck. The objective is to reach the elevator. Rogue Trader, I request that you personally do not put yourself in the line of fire and do not take unnecessary risks. We cannot lose you. Once the deck sweep is complete, we'll rendezvous as a group and relaunch the assault. Solomon puts 2 fingers to his ear, listening to his comm bead. Another Arbiter squad has been hit hard. Find a way to open the door for us. There should be a concentrated control in the panel or control panel nearby. But first, we will go down and get into position. We need to overwhelm the enemy with a surprise attack. Oh, yeah. Arbiters, I expect every heretic on this ship to come to know the implacability of justice. Today, the Emperor himself heeds your verdicts. So go and deliver death unto the enemy. That's something a commissar would definitely say. At your words, the arbitrators, whose presence was already formidable, begin to radiate danger. The proctor strikes his chest with his fist. A speech from a seasoned commissar. Yes! Is exactly what we needed. By the Lex, we will not fail you. I don't want you to die, Solomon, so be careful. Don't risk your life on my account. Punching his jaw, his face implacable, Solomon says, if you encounter especially stubborn resistance, summon me. I will come to your aid. Will do. If you get into trouble, call us immediately. Solomon taps his finger on his vox. Turning to his squad, he sucks in a lungful of air and roars. Delta Xi squad, Formation A4. No, sorry, A48. Go, go, go. Somebody just shot over my shoulder. Hey, 1 second here. Character? Ah, C for character, yes. See, this was my big mistake, too. Like, if I was ever to start another game, well, I probably wouldn't even start another game. I would actually go back to Chapter 1, or the beginning of Chapter 2, and I would do Dogmatic, because the ending for Iconoclast was a little bit of a... It's funny, the ending for Iconoclast was a little bit of a downer, so I'd have to go far more Dogmatic just to get to level... Because once you get to level 3 Dogmatic, you sort of pick your ending, but anyway. Also, the one thing that would definitely trigger a new game for me would be if the Argento romance was implemented. Actually, I need to check that. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Rogue Trader Argento romance. Oh, well, that actually explains some things. Apparently, and this is just from a quick check, there is no Argento romance because GW shot that down. Even though, canonically, Sisters of Battle can do the dirty. Now, I don't know if they can get married. Because technically, well, no, actually, they should be able to. They're no longer the brides of the Emperor. They're the daughters of the Emperor. That means Big E is going to be your father-in-law, but... Hey, that's pretty cool. But the thing is that, you know, really? Really? Argenta? Come on. Alright, which direction was I going in? Ah, okay, good. Logic. Pascal. Yes, Pascal, go for it. Select all. Was there anything else that needs to be done? Is there? Okay. And yes, I'm obsessed. A low rumble from the shaft tells you that the elevator from another deck is coming this way. Ooh. Saving. Our guests have landed on the upper deck above the fuel chamber. Show them no mercy. Okay, cool.
Is this the...
Hang on.
Victory awaits.
What's over here? Goods? I will take more goods. Goods are always, well, good. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Collect all. The crew has... Oh, blow up the door? Demolition? Sure.
I do what I must.
But no. Pascal.
Operation successful.
Crescendo. Ooh. Solid projectile, 20 to 30. Oh, okay, but my shredder shot got... Oh, but 10. Oh, dodge... Ooh. I get 5% better armor penetrate. Steel talons for the eagle. Insulator shield. Ooh. Okay, collect all. Alright, give me
I'm
1 second
always
here,
ready.
ladies and gentlemen. Shields. A shield is equipped if in one hand, but occupies a slot in both weapon sets. Every shield has a chance to block an enemy's attack. If a hit in a burst attack is blocked, all subsequent... Ooh. Shield Bash allows the wielder to attack an enemy using a shield. The Stalwart Defense ability increases the wielder's chance to block attacks of multiple enemies. Okay. Interesting. Now, I can't use this because my character, like Seth, is set up for two-handed. Could I switch him to one-handed, though? Craven's Bane. Shit, okay. I mean, cool. But, okay. So, okay, so my powers, so the power sword has a high, okay, so the elite, okay, that's pretty cool. Armor. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't have time for this.
All right. And what? Oh, yeah, I gave him the Grin of the Iron Wolf, which, by the way, the Astartes Chainsword. Oh, okay, but the okay, so it's got better damage by a little bit, but this power sword or this power axe has better armor piercing, and then this thing is just the Astartes Stormbolter, right? Okay. All right then. Well, we'll experiment with this for a while. Wait. Surely I've got a head slot for you. The Krieger. No. I'm sorry, but the stash cannot be covered. What is that? That is the Tempestus Carapace Elite Backpack. Oh. Cool. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Okay. I am now confused. What am I supposed to do? Oh! Open the... yes, I see. Open the door in the lower chambers. The Lord Captain must... Okay, a device will... okay, okay. Now what? Okay. Okay, so now what? Back down here? Okay, nope. Don't worry, I'll get it. Eventually I'll get it. Oh!
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Go Arbites! I think. Don't hurt me! I'm just a servant. Clear the debris, Voidsman.
My knowledge has its limits.
We must act.
Wait.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
Alright.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
My success is an irrefutable certainty. The machine god.
Judging from the deck plans, there's a small room hidden behind the elevators that did not make it onto the... Okay. Hidden behind the elevators... Ooh.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
None shall stand
Oh,
in my
lordy.
way.
Just as he ordained.
Yeah, baby.
My warp site reveals something.
I'm always appreciative of that warp site. Thank you.
Fortune smiles on us, an ill omen.
While perusing the Lord Captain's library, I
Vizier.
discovered the memoirs of the
Would he be
greatest
proud?
quartermaster who has ever
Am I?
served the Von Valancius dynasty, Silverto de Iono. His sly tactics will be of great help to us during this boarding operation.
Well, that's cute.
I do what I must.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
My success is an irrefutable certainty. The machine god grants me insight.
Run! Don't run. I'm cute and cuddly. Well, Argenta's cute and cuddly. Go cuddle Argenta. She's cute. She's cuddly.
Operation successful.
Ooh, goods. Skeleton key, nice, 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 nice.
I won't tolerate weakness. Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Spare none of them!
Well, Seth. Oh, can I just, like, throw you right... No, that would be mean. Alright, Seth, you go there. Pascal, I'm gonna put you right here. Cassia, you go there. Cabela, you're gonna go right here because, you know, raisins. Argenta's just gonna go right here, and Ulfar is going to go right next to... No, Ulfar is gonna go right here. As for the captain, he's gonna get behind Argenta, right here, and Cabela is going to get behind Argenta, because I want Argenta to take the biggest fucking, Yes. Yes. Okay.
Isn't this a job
do
for
that.
the serfs?
We do that. We click here.
Get to it!
We get them all around that area. And then Argenta... Alright, she's got 3. Give me 1 second here.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, eradicated. Power resides in the will of the righteous. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, got somebody in the background there that I didn't notice. And 3.
That is for the weak.
Just give me a quick reload. And...
In the name of House Orselio, I shall prevail.
Each strike is a prayer. As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
And down there. Fair enough. Oh yeah. Shift
Faith
3.
without deeds is worthless.
Shift 4.
I'll do
3.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated. That is not the Emperor's will.
Fair enough.
This is unacceptable.
And now we start combat.
A born predator does not become prey!
Let's get to it.
Where was it? I remember there was an attack. Okay, well. You over here, silly boy, behind cover. Actually, hang on.
I am your blade and shield. I bring mercy in retribution. Death is a blessing. Death comes in silence. As the tenets demand. My blade killing brings me no pleasure. Let not the righteous fear. May their blades be sharp.
Where was it?
Trust me. Death is a blessing.
Pascal, hey big guy, can you... Who can you... I forgot. No, you can't see him. There's only like 2 people. God, I forgot how far he can move.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Damn it. Oh, wait.
My vow is to strike
you.
Successfully terminated.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Doubt is for the weak.
Let's just, there's no kill like overkill.
Faith without deed, each strike is a prayer.
This vessel must be nourished with the blood of the Domin's enemies, for such is his will. Let the blood-spun web stretch across its bowels. Let it sever the apostate's threads.
I missed you, Cabela.
Function of void ship systems and their contact with organic fluids exists only in this lame woman's agitated consciousness.
Ooh. Well now, okay,
We shall prevail.
let's take a look at this. Okay, okay, so the wielder gains +1 deflection and plus 14% parry. Their incoming energy, their incoming energy, fire, and shock damage are reduced by 35%. That's a tanking shield. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah. The insulator shield is just better.
Doubt is for the weak.
Yes!
Frag grenades are good. And so are goods. Oh, Cabela.
My Auspex has detected something.
Blow up the door.
Just as he ordained. I feel nothing, fear nothing. Blood is my life.
They say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step. Get a hold of yourself.
Do you think my body was suffering?
Well, I'm just trying to be polite. So he's telling me to connect the power source. Do you want me to connect? Like, yeah. Oh, okay, I see. Ooh, hello. Ooh. Oh, never mind. The ultimate level of brain fart. Ooh, wait, what was that? I saw gloves of unbearable torment. Ooh, coercion. Servo Skull. The Servo Skull projects a hololithic image of a man boasting a slew of exotic augments and an ostentatious jacket. You are enjoying yourself, Von Valencius. I see you and your pet arbitrators are crawling all over my ship like little void rats. Do try to make it to the bridge. I'd like to shake the throat of such a troublesome individual. Why'd you steal a tide? Do you really think you could escape the Imperium's wrath? And do you really think it's all so simple? Sargona licks his lips anxiously, almost compulsively. Then you are a thicker than an Ogryn. Don't trouble your sorry little head. You're about to lose regardless. Something within the Servo Skull emits a shrill beep, and Sargona's image flickers for a moment. Someone else is pulling the strings here, aren't they? Oh, I would love to tell you, except, he smiles, displaying teeth inset with the mother of pearl. There's no point in talking to corpses. A red microlumen flashes inside this, very much like a lumen on a melted charge. God damn it.
We shall prevail. Back into the fray.
Luckily, I have a Churgeon med kit. That's right. I can heal traumas.
Follow my lead.
Ooh, turn on. Oh, which is fine.
Halt. I noticed something.
Oh, well, never mind.
The shadows reveal their secrets.
Collect all, demolition.
Just as I was taught, I see what others do not. Fortune smiles on us. An ill omen. I do what I must. Whisper and be heard.
Damn it.
Just as he ordained.
Ah.
A new challenge for me.
Oh shit. This is DX1 receiving. Ah, Solomar, we are pinned down. Can you help? No heroics. I need you alive. It would be a shame to end our acquaintance without first getting to know each other better. Copy that. I'm on my way. Over and out. Oh, jeez. That's kind of cool. Oh, send Glyto to... Okay. Boing. He is the goodest boy. Word of a commissar. That is awesome. Hold it, the target is in the other direction. Oh, okay.
Sweeping the area.
What other direction? What are you trying to tell me, game?
Looking for possible threats.
my bad. Spark of the President's shield fight is that we could use the valve to create a diversion and yeah, let's do it.
Moving out.
They're here. Help.
Perpetrator sighted. Engaging.
I'm going to assume tank here. What's your big deal? What's your deal here, big guy? Arbitrator, Subductor. An Arbitrator with a Subductor specialization is passive ability, Ruthless Suppression, which grants the Arbitrator and their familiar immunity to critical hits and increases their... Oh, okay. If there are 2 or more enemies in a 2-cell radius around the Arbiter, whenever the enemy an enemy adjacent to the Arbiter gets up from being prone, the enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. Ooh, so shield bashing and keep it in tight. The Subductor's active abilities are only available with the shield equipped. The Assault Onslaught ability allows the Arbitrator to dash through. Okay.
This order is unauthorized.
Arbitrator, Vigilant. An Arbitrator with a Vigilant specialization has passive ability Swift Justice, which causes the enemy's attack by... Oh, okay, to suffer the Swift Justice effect. Oh, okay. With the shotgun equipped, the Vigilant gains access to unique shotgun attacks. Each of them costs 2 AP and does not spend ammunition. Ooh, Double Slug allows the Arbiter to make 2 single shots. Grisly Adjudication increases shotgun armor penetration. Okay. Fulminating Shot deals less damage but reduces dodge, parry, and block of its targets in its area of effect for 1. Oh, okay. That's cool. Righteous Anger. What are you? Are you a ranged weapon heavy? Okay.
Eyes on the objective. There will be no pardons for the guilty. Understood. Executing order. Directive. Understood.
Oops, what
Executing
was that?
order.
Oh, okay.
Charge! Directive accepted.
Shift 6.
Understood. Executing order. My judgment is final.
Did my one of my arbitrators just die? I don't know what happened there. Parry! Lock.
Hold on.
I'm here, maggot. Show me what you've got.
Report. Threat neutralized.
Hmm.
One of us would be enough. Understood. Executed.
Directive accepted. Understood. Executing order. Directive accepted. The Lex tolerates no defiance. I'll spy the Lex Imperialis. That goes outside the mission parameters.
Oh, nice. Oh! Okay, he exploded. Yeah.
Understood. Executing order. Directive accepted. Understood. Executing order.
Alright, let's turn him.
Directive accepted. Understood. Executing order.
Out of my way!
The guilty will fall.
Fair enough.
I'll take it as a priority.
Directive accepted. Understood. Executing order. Directive accepted. Understood. Executing order. This order is unauthorized. That goes outside the mission parameters. This order is unauthorized.
Oh, because there's no place for him to go. Okay,
Securing execution position. There will be no pardons for the guilty. Directive accepted.
okay.
You won't escape the Emperor's justice, scum!
Cybermassive. Oh, okay.
Moving into position. Understood. Accepted. Target eliminated.
Nice. Oh, there goes the doggo. Oh! Oh! Oh dear. That's cool. Okay.
Save your jests about fur, fleas, and marked territory. I heard enough of them back on Fenris.
Well, before we do that, let's just quickly go in here. Lord Xenos.
The Vizier. Would he be proud? Am I?
Okay, Drukari origin. I mean... Despite multiple wounds, Solomon stands firm. The Proctor's eyes are burning bright, like he has gotten a second wind. My squad is down. We need to regroup. Here's what I do. I go with you, and one of your retinue stays behind to take charge of the defense, along with the surviving arbitrators. I am your shadow, Daman. I am your blade and shield. Do not cast me from your side. Okay, yeah. The Lawkeeper's advice is sound, Itvater. Whichever of the servants are sapped of their strength, leave them here. If there is a need, I can pull the weight of 2 fighters, or 5. Let us go together. We will surprise Sargona with us. Okay. Sounds reasonable. Let's move out. Oh god, he's level 20. Argentus is gonna step in there and massacre him. Sargona's forehead is covered in sweat and his expensive jacket is mottled with burn marks. His hands are in constant movement as he works the controls for the warp engine. So, Von Valencius, you think you have won? Think again, I still have one last card to play. The Heartless has lost its Gellerfield, Sargona. A warp jump without it would be worse than death. Even you are not crazy enough to... Want to find out? Sargona's tongue darts out to wet his lips and his voice drops from a shout to a whisper. What's that thing you lawmen always say? Any last words? Awareness, look around. The moment you glanced at the sacred machines installed around the bridge, several of the pirates grew visibly nervous, exchanging looks and shifting from one foot to another. Whatever these devices are, they carry some special importance. Pascal's visor clicks anxiously as it switches repeatedly between different optical lenses of the focal point. Sacrilegious data mixing, heresy, tech atrocity. Solomon catches your eye, then nods subtly towards the most frightened-looking of the Sargona's guards and drags a finger across his palm, signaling, that one dies first. Yeah, let's give him the 3-fingered.
Nothing of value has been lost.
You dash towards your target. One precise strike, and the pirate's body crumples to the floor. Covering you, Solomon throws a flash grenade such that its light masks Gaito's movements. A moment later, the cyber masketh. Claw! Jaws clamp down on the second bodyguard's leg. The captain of the Heartless meets your gaze, and you see his eyes, the desperate courage of one who knows he is doomed. He sneers and pulls the warp engine lever. The Let the gates open. We are headed for the abyss, Von Valencius. You and I have front row seats.
I won't heed your cries of mercy.
I will take you down.
We have... Oh, God. Let's start the battle.
Let's get to it.
I did not think this through, but that's okay.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Nope. I have unfortunate... Oh, never mind. Oh.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Fair enough.
If I may, now you're clad in scarlet. I'll show you why navigators are feared.
Rejoice in battle!
Oh. Okay, I see how this is supposed to work.
I'll do it.
Tee-hee.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
What? Well, you suck.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Aim for the heart next time.
God Emperor move through me. Be the fire in my heart. I refuse. Doubt is for the weak. Each stroke is a prayer. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Okay.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated. I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I...
Alright, what are you? You are backup reactor. Okay, so there's...
There is only death, yours or mine. Come, the other side awaits.
She's my fastest moving one.
Killing brings me no pleasure. The undying Emperor whispers his will. The shadows will see it done.
Seth, just get up in there.
Never wavered in the face of adversity. There's nowhere to hide.
Hold the formation.
Understood. Lex is inescapable. Waste of time. It won't take long.
Nice.
You will not withstand my vengeance.
Oh! That's a Drakari.
Foe or 100, I will kill them all.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Lunch will be delectable.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, let's buff him.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Oh.
The Order is no heretic escapes punishment.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh! Hello.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Where is it?
Running binary override. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved. Vulnerability analysis successful.
Nice. Oh. Oh god, Plague Bearer.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act. Guided by faith. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, each strike is a prayer.
Oh yes, blessed bolter casing. Her single-shot bolter shots always hit.
Doubt is for the weak.
Ah! Okay, that was not supposed to happen.
I will not.
Oh, crap, no. Yes.
As honor ordains.
Executed.
As the tenets demand. Killing brings me no pleasure.
Pascal. Where's the final, dude? Oh, Poxwalks. Okay.
That was insulting.
Oh wait, hang on.
Mark the target. I'll take it as a priority. Target eliminated.
Oh, not a scratch. You boarded the Heartless without destroying any of its compartments. You did. Okay. All targets eliminated. Perimeter clear. I suggest we return to the flagship and debrief. Ah, very well. Let's return. Congratulations on the mission completion, Rogue Trader. On behalf of the Adeptus Arbites, I extend my thanks for your cooperation. On a separate note, I am grateful for your fire support as my squad advanced on the lower deck. Your marksmanship, timing, your shots on the fuel pipes gave us significant advantage. Okay, and I thank you, my knight in shining. Okay, that's... You and Gaito would have managed without my help. Actually, I do believe that dog could have captured the ship on his own. I doubt it. Cybermastiff require command. Either way, the Heartless is now yours, as agreed. Your Lordship, if you would permit me to interrupt, I am pleased to inform you that the boarding team has presented a most extraordinary gift to your dynasty. The heretics were keeping something of rare value in their hold. Our engineers have completed all the necessary rituals of cleansing. The trophy is now yours. Stygian pattern, dual model, macro battery, fireproof... Oh, okay. We also discovered a large supply of provisions, weapons, and Xeno, the High Factorum, catches himself, having seemingly disremembered Solomor's presence, and other valuables which will be loaded into the flagship's hold with extreme assiduity. Okay. The ship itself is a most impressive acquisition for the Dynasty also. All it requires is some light repair work. Generous rubs his hands together in anticipation. What would you have done with it? You could present it to our trading partners. I am confident they would put it to good use. Alternatively, we could transfer some of your subjects to the Heartless and use it to increase trade between your own worlds. A profitable option, for sure. No, screw you. Yeah, have it repaired. Certainly, and what did you have in mind for the ship afterwards? Yeah, damn right. The Factorum's eyes start over the data slate in his hands. I believe we can perform all the critically necessary repairs on the Heartless within the shortest time. Only the fighter launch bay and certain parts of the hull might pose some difficulties. It will take longer to fix those. Regardless, the vessel will be ready to serve in your dynasty without delay. The frigate Heartless has been converted into a merchant ship of the House Fund. Damn right. Well, now that all the financial matters have been resolved, allow me to graciously take my leave. The valuables must all be meticulously inventoried. The Factorum offers you a deep bow, glancing sideways at Solomorn, who seems to be in no hurry to leave. The Arbiter and his dog both watch as Janrus leaves and turn to you. There's one more thing, Rogue Trader. Your performance aboard the Heartless was highly appreciated. As an initial token of gratitude from the Adeptus Arbites, I'll be joining your personal security detail, at least until we arrive on Dargonus to meet with the Marshal. He has business to discuss with you, and I have a mountain of reports to write up about this operation. Assisting the Adeptus Arbites is the duty of every subject of the Imperium. I will take you to Dargonus as soon as circumstances permit. I hope these circumstances arrive soon. The longer our journey, the longer the criminals remain outside the reach of the Emperor's justice. Solomorn nods at you, gives a quick salute, and leaves with Gaito at his heel. Gaito. Okay.
Greetings, Rogue Trader. I would like to report that Glato and I have finished our initial inspection of the upper decks. The list of infractions ended up being 5 pages shorter than expected. I'm beginning to worry that a servant of the Lex might have little to occupy himself with aboard your ship.
It must feel strange to be without your unit.
I've never been a part of a Rogue Trader's escort before. That said, I adapt to change more quickly than you might think. And as long as Glato is with me, I can handle any transition.
Hello, Glato. The Cybermastiff pricks up his ears, examining you with an intelligent look that seems anything but bestial. Does Glato have a favorite type of training or some other pastime of choice?
Sometimes I let him play with heretics' corpses. That was a joke. If you're asking about entertainment, that concept does not really apply to an Arbite's dog. But I like to imagine that Glato is enthusiastic about training with me, that he enjoys running long distances at my side, and during target practice, he always seems eager to hear me give the attack order.
I think you and Glato could do with your own training ground. I will order a space be prepared in one of the compartments and have it outfitted with everything you need.
The equipment needs to be sturdy. Glato is unstoppable when he's not holding back. Thank you.
That can't be all of it, can it?
Fine. Let me satisfy your curiosity. I do have a special exercise that helps to sharpen Glato's hunting instincts. I take a few ammo casings and hide them in hard-to-reach places. One time, after a raid on a manufactorum, I gave him a whole abandoned workshop to run around in, but I also played a trick on him by throwing one casing onto a ceiling beam. Then it was Glato's turn to play tricks. He waited under the beam until I walked up to him, then he jumped onto my shoulders and climbed to the top. He cut my temple open with his claw and almost broke my clavicle, but he got the casing.
Damn right! Serve with honor, duty and honor, Glato. The Cyber Mastiff growls quietly. It seems he does not take kindly to anyone making eye contact with him for more than a second. Tell me about the Adeptus Arbites.
We are servants of the God Emperor's law, made manifest in the Lex Imperialis. The Adeptus Arbites uphold order on the scale of the Imperium and bring merciless punishment to offenders.
Now, what types of crime do you usually handle?
The most significant ones. Beyond the Expanse, the Arbites not only enforce tithe collection, but also ensure that every planet obeys his law and that the Imperium's authority remains unchallenged. Corrupt governors, crime syndicates, rebels. Not a minute goes by without some parasite trying to take a bite out of the Imperium. We destroy any who dare trespass against the law.
Oh, what about witches and archenemy cults?
Those are indeed the greatest threat to the Imperium, and I never leave a heretic I meet without a bullet lodged inside him. But such matters are primarily handled by other forces, which are influential enough so as not to be mentioned out loud without a reason.
Fair enough. I wish to ask you about something else.
I am at your disposal.
Let's talk about the Lex Imperialis. I'm curious how to know how you interpret its essence.
Testing me, are you? That is fine by me. The Lex Imperialis is both a code of law and the word of the God Emperor himself. For millennia, his decrees have been amassed and preserved on Holy Terra, in the Hall of Judgment, alongside the High Lord's orders. It is at once a titanic collection of edicts and a holy text.
It sounds as if it's impossible to know the Lex Imperialis in its entirety.
It would take longer than a lifetime to read through even a fraction of his law. But there are fundamental, integral prescripts that every arbitrator knows verbatim. These are the Injuncta Cardinal, inscribed on the walls of the Arbites precinct fortresses and etched into our ammo casings. We quote them as the indisputable truth and recite them like psalms as we charge into battle.
There is reverence in your word that feels... Oh, goodness gracious. Excuse me for a second. There's a reverence in your words that feels almost religious.
As it should. The codes of the Lex Imperialis are my prayer, and I believe that every arbitrator's service is sacred, for it brings this imperfect reality closer to that inscribed in the Book of Judgment, closer to the God Emperor's will.
This is cool. But every world still has its own laws.
It does. Your capital world operates under the Lex Dargonus, formed over many generations of the Von Valancius line. However, the Lex Imperialis is the final word in every debate. It stands above any legal directives a planet may have, for it comes from the Emperor himself.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, let's talk about something else.
I'm listening.
What is the mission of the Adeptus Arbites in the Coronis Expanse?
To collect and guard the tithe. That does not mean we ignore other violations of the Lex Imperialis. We simply act within the scope of our limited resources, the first of which being our small numbers. Here in the Expanse, many believe themselves to be too far from the civilized parts of the Imperium to have need of the law. The presence of the Adeptus Arbites helps to remind those people that the Lex Imperialis is in effect wherever there is at least one human being.
Well, that will do. Okay. Am I imagining it, or do you seem relaxed?
I doubt such a word could ever be accurately used to describe an arbitrator, but there is some truth to your observation. Since we're not in combat, I permit myself to stand at ease, which is to say, I'm standing by on full alert.
Understood. Alright, I wish to know more about you.
You prefer to have a better understanding of the people you travel with. That makes sense. Ask.
Where are you from?
Port Wanda in Calixis. The gateway to the Expanse, a monumental station, always covered in ships and bursting at the seams from all the dealers, pilgrims, mercenaries, and criminals. Compared to Port Wanda, Footfall is just a lifeless rock in the void.
Where in the Coronis Expanse were you living prior to coming aboard my ship?
On Dargonis, Lady Theodora gave the top level of one of the spires over to the Arbites. A noble house used to occupy it, before it decided to stick its hand into the dynasty's coffers. By offering us such prominent lodgings, your predecessor both reinforced her ties to the Arbites and made an unambiguous gesture toward the nobility. She was a shrewd woman and unforgiving.
How'd you find Argonis?
I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised. I'd expected something far less civilized, given that the Coronis Expanse is on the outskirts of the Imperium. Instead, Dargonis may even compare to some Calixian worlds in status and stability.
Wow, they're pushing that hard. How'd you become an arbitrator?
How? The short answer is the Schola Progenium. But I doubt you'd be satisfied with that. My father was an arbitrator, a good one, or else they wouldn't have found him in an alley filled with bullet holes. Someone who served with my father told me he was shot with 10 different weapons, and that he took at least 4 of the bastards down with him. I was sent to the Schola Progenium right after that, and the mentors there forged me into an arbitrator. I was an eager student, thanks to the example of unyielding duty and dignity my father set for me. The only thing I didn't need to borrow from him was hate. He didn't instill that. It was always with me. I never doubted that criminal vermin deserve only execution, but it was my father's death that truly crystallized my hatred, made it complete.
Were you able to avenge your father?
No, I didn't want to. There was a time when I wasn't sure what to think of my father's death, or rather, I tried not to think at all. I didn't look into the case, or for any other reason, to go back to Port Wanda. Arbitrators are never assigned to their homeworlds anyway. But when I was leaving Calixis, our ship spent several days docked at the station, and so I permitted myself to go to the spot where my father was killed. I stood there for a while, and nothing. I knew that another arbitrator would have already seen the investigation through. I had nothing left to do there.
You haven't said a word about your mother. Who was she?
From what my father told me, she was a principled woman of poor health. She died in childbirth. Not having known her might be the sole regret of my life.
Fair enough. It seems you were born to become an arbitrator.
Born? I don't believe in predetermination, but I know that every man's destiny is to serve the Imperium. In my case, the Imperium deemed me worthy of an Arbites rank, a heavy shotgun, and Galato. Not sure what else there is to wish for.
What brought you specifically to the Coronis Expanse?
You should ask the Marshal. I got my assignment, and that is all I know. I assume it's due to my experience. collecting tithes from worlds bordering on savagery, and where people haven't seen a living arbitrator in 3 generations, is a task best left to a veteran.
That's a good point. What kind of assignments did you handle before you were appointed to overseeing the tithe cases?
I suppose I have what you would call a proven and diverse track record. Investigations, rebel suppressions, punitive raids, dozens of completed operations.
Okay. Have you ever been on any especially dangerous cases? I'd like to hear about your accomplishments.
There was this one time. I was part of a raid on a gang of mutants. I excelled in battle, received an award, and was promoted to Proctor. That is all.
You're not getting off that easily, Solomon. I need details.
Very well. Have you ever been eaten alive? I have.
That was not the kind of details I was expecting.
That raid I mentioned was compromised. The enemy had been tipped off to our operation, and we had walked into a trap. Some mutants decided to chew my arm off. That was a mistake. Since I couldn't free myself, I pushed my hand down his throat, grabbed something inside, and used him as a shield. While the thing was gnawing on my bones and spraying me with ichor and my own blood, I opened fire on the rest of the scum. That little maneuver bought my unit a few critical seconds.
That explains why he has an I just noticed this now, but in his portrait down here, he has an augmetic hand. I am fortunate to be fighting on the same side as you.
Fortune has little to do with it. You have formed an alliance with the Arbates, just as your predecessor did. My presence here is only the expected result of your decisions.
Well, let's talk about something else.
I am listening.
I have no other business I have other business to attend to.
You know where to find me, rogue trader.
Excellent. Well, back to Dargonis. Wait. Cool. Alright. Back to Dargonis. Yeah. I mean, if I was going to, the only time I would start a new playthrough is, like, brand new playthrough from scratch is probably, I don't know, we'll see. But definitely if an Argenta Romance is released, I will definitely do a full playthrough just to experience that. And of course, you know, if there's any sort of big, if there's any sort of, oh goodness gracious, if there's any sort of DLC that takes place in the first chapter, I'll do that as well. Logiston? To Dargonis! I think Dargonis for me has what? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think I have full marks on everything, so I really don't need to run any, I don't need to run any more projects unless, you know, something interesting comes up. Okay. An audience there on Darganas, it has been, it seems he has been, oh, Solomon and the, okay, Solomon, where are you, Solomon? Ah! Rogue Trader, the Marshal is ready to meet with you. Do you wish to commence the audience? Yes, I'm ready to discuss our business. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. So we have... hang on. Okay, so he's got a metal plate in his head. He's got the Judge Dredd outfit. He also has an eagle. Yeah. Two markedly distinct figures approach your throne. Marching in front is a man clad in Adeptus Arbites armor. He carries his helmet in the crook of his arm, but his stern facade serves him as well as any visor could. He bows to you sharply. Marshal Strox of the Adeptus Arbites. An old woman walks in the Marshal's shadow, her body fitted with dozens of scribing implants and magnifying instruments. If not for her eyes, quick and inquisitive behind a pair of ocular lenses, you might have mistaken her for an exotic servitor. Her robes are adorned with the sacred symbols of the Adeptus Administratum. Oh goody. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I'm noticing that she's got her hand on his shoulder. Maybe it's just to support herself, but she might actually have, you know, I'm thinking she's like a mother to the Marshal or something along those lines. The woman bows. Rogue Trader Cephon Valencius, I, Prefect Inscribia Volter, greet you on behalf of the Adeptus Administratum. I will now begin the due procedure of official address to the ruler of Darganas as formalized by Amendment 4-N/10 to Law SK-941. May your name be wreathed in glory for centuries to come. May your fortunes ever proliferate. May the God Emperor bestow upon you duty worthy of his chosen. Her monotonous droning is making you wary. It seems she intends to go on for a good while longer. Get comfortable and listen to the end. The Prefect resumes her elaborate formula. You notice a few poorly concealed yawns and frenzied blinking among the crowd. The speech drags on for another 5 minutes, but you pass the test of fortitude honorably. At last, the Prefect's address comes to an end. I do not recall seeing you at court. What are you doing in my demesnes? The Marshal leans forward. His voice is low, and when he speaks, it feels as though the marble tiles of the palace have begun to vibrate. The Adeptus Administratum delegation, accompanied by the Adeptus Arbites, has arrived to greet... Lady Theodora's successor, and see to it the extension of our decades-long agreement. If I may continue for you, the prefect steps forward, dragging her feet slightly. As per the decree of Theodora von Valencius, Ord 037/3N, the representatives of the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites are sanctioned to use the Palace of Justice, oversee tithe collection in the Protectorate, and review any and all cases of tithe avoidance, tithe exceedance, or irregularities. These rights have been formalized in numerous pacts and statutes under the main decree. Considering your new position, you may have yet to acquaint yourself with all these documents. You are the successor to Lady Theodora, whose alliance with our two sacred organizations forever glorified her as a rogue trader closely tied to the executors of Holy Terra's will. And we, as representatives of the Adeptus Administratum and the Adeptus Arbites, must verify that you are able to maintain this alliance that has brought such repute to your dynasty. The prefect scrutinizes you as if trying to estimate your proportions and weight. That is why we have arrived in person, as the present circumstances have provided us with a chance to see if your intentions concord with those of the late von Valencius. And what circumstances are those? The prefect's lips contort into a twist. Our work has been disrupted by unforeseen setbacks regarding communication and transportation. As our requisitioned assets were not adequately prepared, we have lost some of our personnel and resources as a result. The arbitrators are too short-handed to perform all the duties expected of them. Since they first arrived in the Expanse, their numbers, limited from the outset, have only continued to dwindle. After analyzing the situation in accordance with Amendment FS/893-24 to Decree Ord-037/3N, we have decided to notify you of tithe violations committed by one of the worlds in the region. This regrettable lapse must be rectified as quickly as possible. The old woman shivers and rubs her augmented hands together with an unnerving creak. And which world was it that had the misfortune of drawing your attention? Thasera, a feudal... Oh! A feudal world? Oh, this is going to be interesting. A feudal world far from the main routes that was bereft of the Imperium's light, then rediscovered less than 2 centuries ago. It supplies agricultural resources and manpower. I will carry forth the responsibilities taken on by Lady Theodora. I offer you my help. An arbitrator will be assigned to you for increased security. Proctor Anthar, front and center. The marshal's voice thunders over the arbitrator ranks, and Solomorn Anthar marches over to your throne with Cyber Mastiff at his heel. Oh. I thank you for your support. I will go to Thasera as soon as I can. The Emperor protects. The Marshal makes a sign of the Aquila in a motion so sharp that you can practically hear it cutting the air. The Prefect adjusts her ocular lenses with a weary sigh, and once again, no specifics given, of course. My reports? No variety ever stops to think. She quickly catches herself and offers you a bow. Well, that was interesting. Ooh, I get a new colony world to manage. A scheduled service in the ship's chapel was interrupted by the most profane manner. The image of Saint Martin started to move and stepped down from the canvas. The congregation was filled with terror and dozens perished in the stampede. The illusion disappeared on its own, but it claimed several priests and altar attendants. It is said their frenzied shrieks can still be heard under the vaults of the chapel during prayer. Well, permission to report. Your proctor has arrested my voidsman and is demanding his execution. A repeat offender, he says. Please do something, Lord Captain. Okay. Who is the voidsman? He's one of mine, not as big as an idiot as the rest of the idlers. He understands the control systems. He can make sense of the readout. Him. A repeat offender. Okay. Bring the detained man to me immediately. I will personally interrogate him. Consider it done, Lord Captain. No rest for the weary or the wicked, huh? Lord Captain, I beg you to look into this outrage. This cyber horror nearly chewed up my assistants, and one of them's been left without two of his fingers. Instead of calming the beast, the arbitrator attacked my crewman. Solomon waits for the end of the master helmsman's words and coolly turns to you. His crewman is a wanted man-rogue trader. He is accused of subverting sacred tithe shipments. Smuggling, kidnapping the Imperium subjects, and bribing officials. Were we not on your flagship, I would have executed the heretic on the spot. But here, you are the authority, and you are the court. Ravor, did you know about this? If I went sticking my beak into the pasts of every one of the hundreds of people in the crew, I wouldn't have time to see your ship. All I know is that when everything went to grok shit on Rykad Minoris, this one oversaw the work at the docks, so the fools didn't trample each other to death in their panic. And later on, he ran into a friend at the port on footfall, and they found us some parts within a day. He's even got arms growing out of the right place. He might make it to junior helmsman if he keeps it up. Solomorn, why are you so certain this is the man you're seeking? Because I was personally involved in tracking down and purging the shadows of the Abyss crime syndicate to which the perpetrator belongs. And the case was in Calix, home of Helvica Prime. But for arbitrators, time and distance do not mitigate guilt. The man before you is a former captain of a smuggling ship owned by the syndicate. Check the heretic's left arm. Every syndicate member has a distinct implant by which they recognize each other. It was that implant signature that Gaito picked up during his patrols. How did a criminal from Calixus find his way onto my ship? He was among the servants sent to you by Governor Medina. Ah. Accused, do you have anything to say? The long-haired voiceman flinches when you address him. Your lordship, the governor of Helvetica Prime was a scumbag who abhorred the light of the God Emperor. The things he did to the people under him, we only survived by stealing from him, or else we'd have ended up in the corpse pile, like 1 in 4 did after the distribution station accident. But once I got out of there, that was it. I was out of that business for good, and then I found myself in your service. I realized it was a gift of fate. I'd be a fool if I didn't repay such good fortune with my wholehearted toil. I made my decision. This talented voidsman is your responsibility. Should he commit any misdeeds henceforth, You will have to answer for them. Yes, Lord Captain. Ravor's disgruntled grimace momentarily dissipates. This case is closed. With your permission, I will return to my duties. Lord Captain, we have received Voxcast from Thessera. The signal quality is rather poor, but the meaning is clear. The world is expecting your lordship's arrival. Great festivities have been arranged, and a delegation led by the planetary governor is ready to give you a welcome worthy of an honored guest. Well, where is my ship? Oh, I'm over here. Well, let's go over here. Ooh, scrap box. Thank you. Cool. Amid the lifeless rocks and lava lakes, the ship's augurs have detected something resembling buildings. There's something off with their outline, but their presence, in and of itself, suggests there may be some... Oh yes, and a scouting team. The scouts are able to discern symbols of the Imperium on the buildings. Deformed and fused together by high temperatures, the ore mining structures tell a sad story. Centuries ago, the planet and all its riches perished beneath the radiance of the system's expanding sun. Ah. That explains why there is... Oh, never mind. That's a little bit on the close side. Promethium. I will always have room for more Promethium. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I am going to take... it's been 2.5 hours, and I'm going to end the stream here. And the reason is quite simple. I am actually rather tired. I've had a rather long day. And this seems like a good place as any to stop. When we... Hopefully next week I'll be in better shape than I am right now. And I will be able to give you a nice long stream next Friday. Anyway, take it easy, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And also, I hope you enjoy the weekend. I will see you all next week. Good night.